Hello, beautiful people. Thank you so much for tuning in, watching, and listening. This is going to be the May 2023 reading for the zodiac sign of Leo. As always, my readings are very intuitive, so I'll provide you with any intuitive messages they receive, as well as the meaning of the tarot cards. I do, however, recommend you check out your sun, moon, and rising just to get a full picture of everything that's going on for you this month. And if you haven't done so already, please do subscribe to my YouTube channel. When you subscribe, that helps me greatly, and you'll be notified when I post new content. But let's go ahead and get started. In column number 1, we're going to take a look at what's wrapping up and coming to a close. Column number 2, we're going to take a general look at what's coming for May. We're also doing a money column, a love column, and the 5th and final column, we're going to do a message from our future self or spirit guides. We'll also do 3 yes or no questions, a crystal of the month, and a healing note. But again, let's go back to column number 1, what's wrapping up and coming to a close. We're going to pull a summary affirmation card here, Leo. You have the card, I will fight. I wish this wasn't the reality, but in life, just some things don't always come easy. And we do find ourselves having to fight for the things we care about, love, want, need, whatever it may be. So typically with the I will fight card, it's a little bit more energy, a little bit more effort than it typically would have taken. So something you've been fighting for these last few weeks, again, potentially a little bit extra effort too. But let's see what messages we've got coming through here. First up, we have the Knight of Swords. The Knight of Swords is a card of a fast-paced change. So definitely going through some change here, Leo. Change that's happening really quickly. I do think this is change you want, though. Again, this is the change you were fighting for, but it seems like it's all happening really fast. The next card that we have is the Moon card. The Moon card is a card of voluntary changes. So again, going through those changes. And again, I think these are the changes we've been fighting for. With the Moon, it's really important that we trust our intuition to navigate us through, because oftentimes with these changes, there is some unknown. And at the bottom here, we have the Hangman. The Hangman is very stagnant, so I actually like to see these 2 cards. Even though it's happening fast, it seems like it wasn't happening, and then, like, bam, all of a sudden it was really happening, Leo. So it could have been a slow process leading up to this change. With the Hangman, this is also about, like, gaining different perspectives, gaining wisdom, gaining knowledge through the experience, which is also helping kind of guide and motivate this change. Let's take a look, though, at clarifiers and see what other information we've got here. First, we have the Page of Wands. The Page of Wands is a card of being very active, being very creative. So that's kind of the busyness that we're seeing. Again, that Knight of Swords is very fast-paced change. The Page of Wands is kind of like the Energizer Bunny. It's like go, 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 go. So you might be having that kind of energy where you feel like you just have to go, 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 keep going. So very much so Energizer Bunny energy with that Page of Wands. So things are no doubt moving quickly. And then this is the new thing. This is the new project, the new want, the desire, the whole reason why we're changing here. The next card we have is the Queen of Pentacles. The Queen of Pentacles is a very resourceful card. It's about putting your time, energy, money, words, whatever those resources are, into the correct place. And I think you've done a really nice job of that through this change. At the bottom here we have the Nine of Pentacles. The Nine of Pentacles is almost like a success card. We're going to be glad we did this. This is leading to self-sufficiency, financial gain. But there's also like a sense of enjoyment that I think if you're not feeling it yet in this journey or through this change, you definitely will. Okay, now moving on to our next column, Leo, which is just general peek at what's coming for May. We have the card, I am connected. It's kind of hard to see, but if you look at this card, there's a circle. And there's tons of little lines and threads coming off of this. And this is all the different connections that we have, Leo. And it's a lot. This is your connection to your brain, to your heart, to your spirit, to the earth, to the people around you, to all the relationships. So this is good. This is saying that we're connected to all those various sources. We're connected in the right places going into May. So I really like that. But let's see what messages we have coming through here. Oh, I guess you can have both of those. I don't typically do that, but they were really stuck together. First up, we have the Six of Swords. The Six of Swords is a card of going through a necessary transition. I guess change is the name of the game here for you, Leo, but I'm not surprised because this feels significant and these kind of things don't happen overnight. So it does seem like this change that you've been going through the last few weeks or month is going to continue to carry forward into May for you. So that's this transition we're seeing with the Six of Swords. The nice thing about the Six of Swords is this is a necessary transition. Like, this has had to happen. We should be glad it's happening. For some of you, this could be physically moving or relocating. This is strengthening connections too. This is like something that feels good in the heart, that works well in the brain, that's feeding your soul, feeding the relationships around you. So all in all, I like that energy there. The next card that we have is the Knight of Wands. The Knight of Wands is very free-spirited. When I see this card, it screams freedom. But I actually really like this because with this change, it's very energizing. It's very freeing. It's like being able to be yourself again, Leo, is how that's coming through. Then at the bottom here, we have two cards. So we have our Seven of Pentacles or our Seven of Coins. This is a card of being patient. So I do think this change may take a little bit longer than you thought it would, so just be aware of that, but embrace the time. Time is not even really real, so just kind of roll with it there. Patience is key with that Seven of Coins. And then at the bottom here we have the Ace of Swords. Anytime we have an Ace card, it's a card of newness, so this is the new ideas, the new clarity, the new opportunities that are coming with this change. Again, it's deepening these connections. It feels good at the core. It was something that needed to happen, but honestly, I feel really good about this change and the energy around it. But let's go ahead and clarify, as we always do. First, we have the Eight of Pentacles. The Eight of Pentacles is a card of mastering your craft, enjoying what you're doing. Again, there's such a sense of enjoyment that's coming through that we didn't have before. We're energized. We're enjoying things. We're being true to ourselves. So I really like this. The transition is definitely really positive. When I see the Eight of Pentacles too, this could be like this is like reaping the benefits of your hard work. So everything that you've done to this point is finally paying off here for you, Leo. Some of you could be moving for work too. That's a message that I'm getting with the pairing of those two cards. Up next, we have the Knight of Cups. The Knight of Cups is a card. This is like Prince or Princess Charming. Very romantic, very proposal-like. It's a card of marriage. So there definitely could be some love movement that's happening with all of these. But in general, I think this is more about the opportunity. So that's the proposal, the opportunity. And it is like the ideal. It's the perfect vision. It's the ideal state. Again, when we think about this card, it's like the knight in shining armor. It's so perfect. So I like that this is leading to an opportunity that feels that way for you. It makes sense with the Knight of Wands, why we would be so energized, why we'd be so interested, why we have that sense of enjoyment there. And last but not least, here at the bottom, we have the Ten of Swords. The Ten of Swords is a card of being in a low spot. And I like this because we are climbing out of the low spot. There's nothing but positive here, but understanding where we came from was pretty low. Like, you were feeling like you were in a low spot, energy was low. So I'm glad to see this type of renewal and revitalization that we're seeing here. Okay. Moving on, Leo, now let's take a look at money. We're going to start with a quick money message. It says, living plants are great for growing wealth. Set an intention with each of your plants each time you water them. In this column, we're going to talk about anything related to money, job, career, finances, businesses you run, investments you have, whatever you associate with money, Leo. First, we have the King of Coins, starting off really nice and strong here. This is a reminder to be solid, practical, and wise with your money. So just think about that. This is a great time for budgeting. This is a great time for savings. This is a great time to kind of weigh out your splurge spends and determine if it's something you really need or don't need. So just keep that top of mind. Solid, practical, wise. money decisions. The King of Coins can also be a really good investment opportunity, so I could see a lot of you going after an investment this month, and typically this indicates a very favorable investment with the King of Coins. The next card that we have is the Justice card. The Justice card is a card of, well, it's a card that's always favorable for you. I want to make sure I point that out, Leo. The Justice card, though, is like cause and effect. So it's like you've put in the hard work, so now you'll reap the benefits. Potentially you like took on a smaller investment, now you're taking on a larger investment. So it's that time and that energy that you put into the smaller investment that got you ready for the bigger investment. This is also a really good card for truth coming out. So if you don't feel like you've been recognized, acknowledged, or if there's been a conflict and like people aren't seeing it for its true colors, this is going to be truth coming out for you in that sense. This is also great for contracts, legal matters, things of the court, those all favorable indicators and outcomes for you. At the bottom here, we have the Nine of Swords. The Nine of Swords is a card of anxiety. It's a card of worry. Especially for those of you that have like legal, court, contract type things, I can see the angst around that, or some of the angst around this investment even. But again, this investment looks really promising, and for those of you in the boat of having the legal, contractual, court matters, that also looks favorable for you there. Taking a look at our clarifiers, up first we have the Sun card. In terms of good card in the tarot deck, it really doesn't get much better than the Sun. This is material happiness, joyous outcomes, success. Again, I see that investment being really, really meaningful. Also, it's interesting because sometimes when people think about budget or saving money, it's like not a good time. But this actually like won't be bad. You won't be miserable with not spending money. So I don't know who needed to hear that, Leo, but somebody did. The next card that we have is the Four of Swords. The Four of Swords is a card of rest, retreat, renew, recover. Again, I do think we need to do some financial recovery here, so budgeting, saving appropriately, to just be aware of that. You could also be kind of like tired if you've been in a legal battle, a claim type situation, divorce, court, child support, something along those lines. At the bottom here, we have the Four of Pentacles. The Four of Pentacles is a card of desire for long-term security. So again, this is like the worry around, is the investment right? Is the legal matter going to come out in my favor? So it's some of the worry around that. But again, all good looking cards here, definitely in your favor. So nice money spread there, Leo. Now let's move on to our next column, which is anything related to love. Starting out with a quick love message here. It says, new beginning, an adventure awaits, embrace it and live your dreams passionately. So in this column, we'll talk about anything related to love, family, friends, relationship, children, marriage, whatever you associate with love. First, we have the Four of Swords. The Four of Swords is a tired card. I feel like you're a little burnt out. I don't know if you're like running around to every kid's sporting event or maybe even traveling for work. You do feel tired though. So I would definitely leverage the month of May to make sure you're resting yourself, but like kind of renewing relationships. Like if I don't know that you had a lot of time for your boyfriend, girlfriend, spouse, kids, whatever it may be. I kind of just see you running around. So make sure you kind of rest, renew, recover, give that quality time to those relationships this month. The next card that we have is the Ace of Wands. Anytime we have an ace card, it's a card of newness. Typically this is new project, new inspiration, new urge to create. We do have a couple new cards coming in. So we have new beginning there and then new with the Ace of Wands. I don't know if you're getting ready to into a new relationship. Maybe it's a new month even, and that's why we're able to kind of reset and again nurture those relationships. So there's something new here, no doubt about that. And then at the bottom we have the Hierophant. The Hierophant's a very traditional card. It's a very conventional card. If you have a very mundane, rigorous, same every day, Leo, try and think about breaking that up. I feel like we need to get out of the norm, out of the tradition, out of the convention day to day, and kind of spice things up. So maybe it's a new habit or hobby or a new routine, but definitely something new here. I will say though, this is also a card of expectations, and I feel like May is going to exceed your love expectations, which I like to see. this new whatever will definitely exceed your expectations. Really nice pairing looking at our clarifiers here. So again, that Four of Swords was the tired, needing to rest, retreat, renew, recover. And then we have the Star card, which is a card of renewal. So I like to see that. Again, May's going to give you an opportunity to re-nurture, reconnect, re-energize. The next card that we have is the Nine of Wands. The Nine of Wands is a card of keeping and maintaining boundaries. You can have a new beginning without like trashing everything. So that doesn't mean you need to go from like every minute planned out of every day to having no plan. I guess what I'm hearing is it doesn't need to be that rash of a change. So boundaries and structure is still good, but definitely some sort of change to the routine. And then, oh my goodness, look at here at the bottom. So I always love when this happens, when we have the same card on top of each other. It's like the universe saying, like, I said what I meant. So in this case, it's the Hierophant on top of the Hierophant. Again, I'm going to echo my message. I think that May will really exceed your expectations. But it's also about breaking out of the tradition, breaking out of the norm. Again, you don't have to trash everything, but a little bit of shake up, a little bit of spice in your routine. Okay, Leo, let's move on to our fifth and final column now, which is a message from our future self or spirit guides. We have the card, I feel confident. This is such a good reminder because I think it can be hard to always have our confidence up. So whatever May throws to you in life, make sure you handle it confidently. You're not going to get anything you can't handle. But confidence just makes things so much easier. So when you can, be confident there. But let's see what final message we've got here. First up, we have the High Priestess. The High Priestess is very intuitive, very spiritual. When I see this, it's like I know the person I'm reading for is like psychic. I know that they're in tune. They know what's going on. All the more reason to trust your intuition and be really confident in it. Be confident in the action you're taking. The next card that we have is the Six of Wands. You can't fail, which I love this. The Six of Wands is a card of victory, award, recognition, good news, success, all such wonderful things. So again, you can't fail this month. Be very confident and be very comfortable there. At the bottom here, we have the Ten of Coins. The Ten of Coins is a card of leaving a legacy. It's very long-term energy. I think you're going to be working on something long-term, like working on a plan or working on next steps or 5-year plan or next investment. It's like looking forward to the next thing you're going to be working on. So just be confident in that because it's going to be successful. But trust your gut here. Let it navigate you through. Let's take a look now at clarifiers. We have the Queen of Swords up first. The Queen of Swords is very self-sufficient, very confident. So definitely a message there. Your gut's not going to steer you wrong this month. We have the Ten of Pentacles coming up again. Again, you're working on something, but I like this because it's already like, oh, it doesn't matter what you're working on. It's going to be successful. So that has to feel a little good to hear and see, Leo. And then at the bottom here, we have the Nine of Swords. That doesn't mean that you're not worried about it, hence why you're planning for it. But lots of favorable cards here, long-term right move. And this is like a card of worry, which is almost the opposite of the confidence that you need to have. So definitely keep that in mind, Leo. Now I'm going to give you the opportunity to ask 3 yes or no questions. We're going to use our Gypsy Witch fortune telling deck. If you don't have 3 questions in mind, you can pause the video and think of them really quick. Question number 1 is the Two of Spades. This is number 34 card. That's going to be a yes. Question number 2 is the Seven of Hearts. This is number 21 card. That's going to be a yes. And question number 3, the Three of Hearts. This is number 1 card. That's going to be a yes. So yeses across the board there, Leo. We're also going to pull a card from our Healing Stones deck. This is a crystal to keep with you through the month of May. You have Tiger's Eye this month, which is great for decisions. Helps you see things from a distance, and again helps you decide on the right thing. And then last but not least, we're going to pull a card from our Healing Notes deck. Your healing note says, surround yourself with people who make you hungry for life, touch your heart, and nourish your soul. Thank you so much, Leo, for tuning in, watching, and listening. Please do like, comment, subscribe. Let me know how this video resonates with you. Again, subscriptions help me greatly, and you'll be notified when I post new content. Also, I did include my Venmo in the comments box if you'd like to make a donation. But thank you so much, Leo, and I hope you have a wonderful day.